Hey guys, Schmutt from One Man Two Balls here. Just doing a little bit of editing. Slight technical issue. The entire first half of the episode we recorded this weekend has no audio. So we're just going to push through with the second half. Might be missing a little context, might be missing a little schizophrenic ranting, but we can't go 2 weeks without an episode, so it's probably fine, right? Come on.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
We're back with two mics, one balls.
Guys, you've never even seen two mics before.
Not with our funny money that we got.
If we've done that, if you could hear all of that just on one mic, imagine how great this will be now that we got two mics.
One balls.
Two mics, one balls, two men, two mics, two balls.
Because we like that. But guys,
Donate.
let's talk. Let's talk about this little Tinder update, guys. You might be wondering why the thematic outfit, why the all black. Guys, it's a funeral. It's a celebration of life.
It's celebration.
Praise. Bless. Because the Tinder terrorism segment has come to a close. Guys, I've found a beautiful girlfriend. There's no more Tinder needed. Guys,
War is over.
war is over.
War is over.
Roll
Roll the victory music. Yay!
But unfortunately, that means Xavier is going to be on his own. He won't have my schizophrenic ranting in the Tinder DMs to attract a mate.
Maybe
That just puts game time pressure on him.
maybe what I gotta do is I delete the app right now, the account right now, in commemoration, and then you send over the login details, and I take the reins as myself.
We let Xavier cook.
I let myself cook and see how I can do on my own. But guys, have no fear. As of recording the last podcast, I believe, maybe I was 21 last podcast. I kind of forget.
It was your birthday because we did it.
Oh, it was my 21st birthday. Well, now I got the official ID, guys. I got the iFeed. Let's get the victory music on. And it is a great time in our local areas right now. Oktoberfest is happening, which is a German celebration. And
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, pussy.
yep, and you know right now that it's going to be a fun time tonight because I'm going to go and drink some Sprite with some authentic German ladies and eat some schnitzel, eat some sauerkraut, eat some bratwurst, eat all of it. Eat the German mustard. I'm going to drink some German Sprite. You know how it is. And it's going to be a fantastic time. So, guys, have no fear. If anything, the chains have been ripped off. The chains have been lifted.
Free.
I'm free. So now he's got his beautiful woman. I need to gain my beautiful woman.
And then we're going to train him
And we're going to train them
for
in
6 months. And then we're going to make
Yes.
them fight. And we're going to broadcast live on
we're
OneMan2Balls.com.
going to make them fight, and it's going to be great. We will teach them all the deadliest techniques that you could possibly imagine. They will be vehicles of war. They will be incredible.
Built like rhinoceroses. Guys, my girlfriend's 6'3".
6'3".
She's 6'3". She's 6'12".
They call me 6 foot because I didn't want to be any lower than that.
That's true.
So
Yeah. They said you're 5'4". I pulled out my gun. I said, you better write fucking 6 foot on that thing.
Yep. When I was in character select screen, I made sure that I picked all the right settings because I didn't want to end up wrong.
Maxed out the height, minimized IQ,
Minimized IQ.
maxed out thugness
Yep. I put max into strength.
and charisma.
Strength and charisma. I put nothing into intelligence, wisdom, dexterity.
Maxed out jujitsu.
But it's okay because my constitution is probably about mid-range. But guys, if you play Dungeons and Dragons at all, feel free to put me in one of your campaigns. I will surely be a great warrior for you to play as in your Dungeons and
Let's
campaigns.
do real Dungeons and Dragons. Let's just dress up and let's go out in public and try to find quests.
Try to find quests.
Dude, we could totally do that.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Go into a bar.
Just be like,
Treat it like a tavern.
have you heard any rumors?
Yes. Have you heard rumors of the werewolf running around? What the fuck are you talking about?
Somebody really ought to do something.
Sir,
I will give you 5 gold.
there's a person that matched your description who was supposed to be a vampire.
Not
I will slay you.
you again.
You start celebrating your fake quests inside of a bar.
We should totally do that, guys. Smash the motherfucking like button if we should get costumed up and go to a bar and try to find a quest to do.
We could do it.
We could do it. I'll dress up like a pirate.
What if somebody gives us a quest though? Like that would be.
That'd be
I would
fire.
love to
Dude,
do a
I would
quest.
love to do a quest. They're like, I guess my roof has a leak. And they're like,
Yes! What is the reward for this bountiful quest? I'll give you $100 each. Yes!
100 doubloons, eh?
100 doubloons to buy something.
Rum. And
Rum.
grog.
Sprite flavored rum.
I just walk into the bar like with a sword and like, dude, you can't have that in here. Like, oh man,
You vile fiends! Of course I do not.
I'll slay you all. Sure. Actually, I'd be a pirate, so it'd be a cutlass.
Cutlass.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I stole this magical sword from one of my enemies.
My grandfather.
Of course, you scoundrels would not want me to have my main weapon inside of this battlefield. Just pull out a gun.
Glock with a sword.
Oh, really?
They call me Glock Pirate.
They call me Glock Pirate because
Pirate.
I don't use a flintlock.
I use that Flint Glock.
That's the Flint Glock.
Flint Glock.
Dude, Flint Glock would be kind of a sick rapper name. You're just like
I was
pirate theme.
I was thinking Glock Pirate. It would be
Yeah,
badass. Instagram.
Flint Glock. I might. Yeah, that's a badass.
Guys, should we make an album?
And what should it be? Think of one word in a lyric that you would like to be used and send it to onemantwoballscontact@gmail.com.
We're going to do like a hybrid of RXK Nephew and Cigarettes After Sex. It's going to be a real hybrid sound. We're going to drop that album.
We going to, and it's going to be for real.
One take per song. We're not redoing anything. Just one take.
Yep, that's all we need.
And that's that real shit.
That's that real shit. Mm-hmm. But yes, let's get a moment of silence for the Tinder recap.
Tinder terrorism.
The Tinder terrorism
Rest in power.
segment. It was a fun time, but it is now over. So
War is over.
war is over.
We won.
We won. We've gotten a successful outcome, and that's all we need. Active outcome.
Active outcome, guys.
That's right.
Get into the first noted bit here.
Okay.
Drug test. Can you imagine if you got a drug test and like, well, it's all good, but you came back gay.
Oh.
Can you imagine you take a drug test and they don't hire you because you're gay? But like
I mean,
somehow they tell from the drug test that you're gay.
Well, what if it's like they see you tested positive for a certain drug and they're like, oh man, that guy's
That's gay.
that guy's gay. I
That's
mean,
gay. You tested positive for cum.
what's a gay drug? Probably
The yellow Xanax.
yellow.
The green Xanax make you want to be gay. That's what it is.
Is that true?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's the chemicals in the water that turn the frogs
The
gay.
frickin' frogs.
The frickin' frog. We will get Alex Jones and see what drugs he thinks turns people gay. Because clearly he knows. Actually, maybe he's the one running the tests. Maybe he's the one who runs the drug
Like,
tests.
how do you
to
know
see if
that
you're
this
gay.
frog is gay or not? And be like, well, I put my penis in him and he seemed to like it.
Well, he said that they put chemicals in the water that turn the frickin' frogs gay.
And he was right.
So we should see what drugs he is talking about what chemicals. Because drugs are chemicals. Because your brain is just chemicals. It's electrical signals and chemical reactions. That's chemistry. That's electricity. Okay? But realistically, you got a soul in there from Jesus, from God. So we're gonna do some research on that and see.
We're going to see if we can we're going to get a guest on here and we're going to get some chemicals and we're going to see if we can make them gay.
Yeah, so we're gonna see, guys, because we don't want you to take a drug test and be rejected from a job for
testing
for
positive
testing
gay.
positive for drugs.
Oh, and for being gay.
We will prevent any indication from these drug tests. We will make sure that you get the job every single time, and that's all it is.
And then another gay bit. So this one is more of like a skit situation, but I don't have the production quality to do that. You know the like interrogation scene in The Dark Knight with where he has Joker in the interrogation room. He's
Yes.
like, "Where are they?" I just think it'd be funny if like somehow within that situation the Joker just found out about gay people. He's just like,
You're one of them gays, aren't you?
"What do you mean? There's two guys." And like, well, they love each other, Joker. I don't really see the big problem.
Joker, you don't know what I'm talking about.
You've never heard of gay before? He's like, I thought gay was when you were
Happy.
So,
Batman, are you telling me I smile because I'm gay?
because I'm gay, Batman.
Batman, I think you're gay.
Batman, you're gay. No, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not gay. Joker, you're gay. It's like, well, what do you mean? I'm just confused about one.
What are you talking about?
What are you
Batman?
talking about, Batman? Like, what
This
do
is
you mean?
why you never catch me, because you're gay.
Because, well, if they're both guys, which one has the vagina? No, Joker, they both have
Joker.
penises. They're both guys.
Joker, listen.
Ew.
Joker, it's fine. They can do that.
Joker, they love each other. They're two consenting adults. I don't see the big problem.
Well, Batman.
The Bible was very clear about gay people.
People just started turning in Joker's favor because he's like quoting the Bible on. Anytime the Joker's talking to civilians, he's like quoting like.
But only in protest
Matthew, Mark.
of gay people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Bible was very clear about how we should feel about this, Batman.
There's just some crazy like
Catholic Joker.
crowd of like absolute zealots just because the Joker has become Christian.
Yo, Catholic Joker. That's a Halloween costume idea.
Actually, that'd be kind of crazy.
Catholic
I feel like you would get some hate for it though, for sure. Like people would be like, "All right, you would have to do it correctly." I don't know. I guess
Why so evangelical?
it'd be kind of funny if you just did that and actually started preaching to people
But in character.
in Joker's character.
You want a magic trick? I'm gonna make your sins disappear. Holy water. But like
Like, you-
outside.
Let
out
me
of the,
pray
like,
for you.
out of the clown like
Yeah.
flower thing, it's holy water.
You just put like a clown nose on somebody and Bob. When I touch your nose, you will be cleansed of your sins.
Yeah, that's the one thing that gets lost in translation a lot is that Jesus was the Joker.
Oh my god. Yeah, in like some different country, they think the Joker was Jesus.
They get the they get the Chat GPT translation of the Bible. Like that'd be funny. Imagine we donate like 100 million Bibles to like Taiwan or something, and then we're like, "You didn't actually send those, did you? What do you mean?" They're like, "Dude, I made the Joker.
Bro,
I made Jesus the Joker."
it's like that Joker chick in the UFC. I'm crazy.
Yeah, Chinese Joker.
Actually, that's perfect.
She knocked that bitch out though.
Oh, she did.
Dude,
She goes, I'm crazy.
I'm crazy.
Put
I'm
guns
Joker. Yeah, I can be racist because I'm wearing the ski mask, so they won't know it's me.
That's true.
That's true.
No, like we said, guys, we're being completely serious about everything we talk about. End quote.
End quote.
End quote.
Speaking of women,
They're not real.
has life really gotten better since women started wearing pants?
Ever since I was born, they've been wearing them. Mm-hmm. But if I was born before, I don't even remember when people wore pants. I don't even remember what pants are. What are pants? What are women?
We're both wearing shorts.
As far as they know. I mean,
Whoa!
I mean,
now they
God.
saw me combat rolling. We
no,
did.
true.
Yo, that's the thing though, and for serious needs to start getting cold.
It needs to start getting cold,
Dude.
guys. It's 85 degrees. It's 73
Ah.
by calculations.
I was so excited today. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna pop out with a flannel. It's gonna be a good weekend.
True.
High of 80.
It's terrible.
High of 80.
It is October 5th, and it is 73 degrees right now.
Ridiculous.
It's actually crazy. Guys, you know what that means? We're not getting any snow on Christmas. We're not getting any...
We haven't gotten any snow on Christmas since like 2014, dude.
Terrible.
It's stupid.
So we're not getting any snow on Christmas. You may as well go to Alaska where it's snowy all the time. People call it dark and bleak. Guess what? I'm sure it's the best time on Earth. I bet being in Alaska is the best time anybody's ever had.
We should do that. We should do an episode. We do a challenge. We go to that town where like everyone kills themselves in Alaska because it gets dark for 3 months straight, and see if we kill
I'm
ourselves.
telling you right now, if I could wake up every day and hit my ice bath with or grab like literally a metal bin and fill it with ice water every night and let it freeze overnight, and wake up and hit that with a sledgehammer and hop in it every morning for like 2 minutes, my life would be 1,000 times better. If I could cold plunge every morning like that, just naturally, that would be fantastic. But and
You gotta try that during the winter. Get like a big hog trough.
I'm probably
Just fill it with
I
water.
might try it. I might because I'm sure I could get one pretty cheap. And
We can go to Rural King.
yeah, dude, I'm gonna get one. But no, what if I start a series? Like, there's a dude on TikTok who he's got really, like, he always cooks every day with his quotes. He did this series where he would break. It was like doing an ice bath every day for like however many days or something. Probably for as long as he could. But he wore a certain sports team's hat. It might have been the Packers or something. But he would hop in an ice bath every day, and then he would do like a motivational quote that he would talk about, and then he would do an ice review. So like he would chunk off a piece of ice and eat the ice with like maple syrup or ketchup or whatever, you know, cinnamon or something crazy. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do like a 60-day, however long it's cold for. I'll do ice baths every day and make videos.
And we call it Chili Xavier.
Chili Xavier.
Chili Xavier.
Chili coffee.
Chili coffee. Chili Xavier.
Chili coffee.
Chili coffee.
I drink iced coffee in an ice bath every day.
Ooh,
see how fast I could
be fire.
chug it.
Chestnuts.
Not real.
You mean boobs?
You mean boobs?
Chestnuts.
Oh, chestnuts. Think about it.
Think about
Think
it.
about the meaning. Think about
Chestnuts.
guys. What is a compound word?
You mean boobs?
Think about what a compound word is. 2 words combined. Chestnuts. Okay, guys.
So what was really roasting on an open fire?
Boobs roasting on an open fire.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Dude, hit that. I'm glad that was on recording, right?
Sure.
Guys, let us know. We seriously gotta drop that album for sure.
Guys, we will make a Christmas album.
Oh my gosh. Yes, actually, let's do that. Guys, we are dropping a Christmas album.
We will make a
will
Christmas
do it.
album.
It doesn't matter how bad it is by the end, we're dropping it.
We're dropping
We're
it.
going to do some covers and we'll do some originals.
Yes, we will.
Let's do it like 50-50. and
True.
We'll get that going. I got some musically talented friends. I got a bass guitar. I can play drums. We can figure this out.
We could do it.
We could totally do this.
We could do it for show. So we dropping that Christmas album.
We dropping that Christmas album. No poll needed. We doing it.
No poll needed. We are fun to do it. We are fun to do it.
And we can do some Christmas parodies.
Yes, we could. We could do a few. Put songs in that you'd like to hear. No poll needed. Just
Turn.
one man, two balls contact at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Email us a song you'd like for us to Christmasify.
How many people have actually emailed?
I don't know. I haven't checked it in like 2 months.
No. Maybe one day we'll have to.
Maybe one day we'll have to do a read.
I'll read. Dude,
And it's just like kill yourself.
people are
40 times.
people are giving their suggestions. It's just a zip bomb in the
Yeah.
email tanks your computer.
If I see a zip file, I'm not opening that shit. I'm telling you.
Let's
right
check
now.
it right now. We're checking it live, guys.
check. It's gonna be 0, and I'm gonna start crying.
If it's 0, I'm gonna be disappointed because
I'll
we've
be
shouted it
disappointed
out.
in you guys.
We've been shouting it out a lot.
Every single episode.
Come on, please.
Come on, please.
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing.
0. Wah, wah.
Guys, you need to
Guys.
step it up.
You need to buy the merch.
How many people are really listening to this podcast? Nobody's emailing me.
It's all Chinese bots.
Here's a little motivation for you guys. When you're sitting in a room,
Temps to plummet.
temps to plummet. Whoa, were we cooking here?
We might be getting cold, folks.
Wait a minute. Florida threatened.
Oh, next Monday.
Next Monday it will plummet to where?
It feels like 83 right now.
68, 67.
Goddamn.
Monday 65.
With a low of 38.
Low 38.
Wow. So we're getting there.
Actually, a lot of these low temps. Low temp of 40, low temp of 39, low temp of 42.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
We're getting good.
That's going to be a flannel day, guys. I can't wait for the day. Right now, I wear like khakis and polo shirts to work every day. I cannot wait till I can wear long sleeve button up shirts. Yes, I could wear them, but I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt today, like a baggy short sleeve shirt, and because of the lack of room between my armpits, I was sweating. It was hot out there, bro. So I was sweating. But here's a little motivation. We're not to motivation yet, but
Nah, we can get cooking with the motivation.
We can get
We got
cooking.
like 20 minutes left.
Okay. Guys, this is in relation to the email, okay? We need some emails. We've been shouting this out every single time. This is an action step, okay? This is a life lesson right here. If you're sitting in a college class and a teacher asks a question and, you may know the answer, you may not. Guess what? Giving a wrong answer, I feel like, is better every time than staying silent. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not speaking, like, with just ridiculous terms. Because, like, silence is a virtue. Like, it is good to be fairly silent and, like, not blabbing your head off like me. But this is an action step, guys. If you're in a college class and the teacher asks a question, just be the guy. If there's like 10 seconds of silence, just say an answer. Mm-hmm. Send the email. Ask the chick out. Whatever the action step is.
And if you're the first person to say yes, that provides so many more opportunities in life. If you're the first person to say yes.
Think about the amount of times that somebody's broke the ice and you've contributed afterwards. Think about the times when people have answered a question that maybe was difficult, or you can respond to a question with a question, technically. Like if a teacher says something that you have no idea about, you could redirect the conversation and say, hey, I missed this step. And I guarantee probably about 20 other people are thinking the same thing. So guys,
speak up.
By next podcast, we will check this email. We better see at least one. I don't care what you say. Please don't send a zip bomb. We will not open it.
I'm not opening any zip files.
We're probably not going to open any files or any links, but
we're gonna grab our RP but we're gonna kill us.
We want to see some. We want to see some messages. We want to see some
silly stuff.
This podcast sucks. Okay, thank you. You can send images because we'll be able to view those. But yeah, guys, just take the action step. Be the guy to answer. Be the woman to answer. Break the ice. Don't be afraid to break the ice.
Be an icebreaker.
Be an icebreaker.
Number 8.
Number 8. Sure.
Motivational quote. Xavier, which way does a tree fall?
A tree falls the way it leans.
A tree falls the way it leans, gentlemen and ladies. Be careful which way you lean. How you do one thing is how you do all. And
that's right.
If you're like, well, that's not true because I really care about this. I put a bunch of effort into this, but this I don't really care about. Guys, that power is within you.
That's right.
That power is within you because you have that potential energy because you're like, no, I actually really care about this, but this I don't care about, so I don't put any effort into that.
That's true.
You have all that potential energy that you're not using at all because you've proven you can do it with something you're passionate about. You have the power to do it about something that maybe you don't want to do that much.
That's true.
But you're just not letting it out. You're keeping it in your head and you're making yourself stressed out.
And that's a good thing. You can apply that. I guarantee everybody listening to this has something that they have poured like extreme effort into. Whether it's, trying to learn calculus, whether it's playing a video game, whether it's devoting yourself to watching, playing a sport and watching, a million football games every week. If you can dedicate everything that you do to that level of effort, you'll be successful no matter what. And it's much easier said than done, I agree. But realistically, there's no reason why you cannot, if you play a video game 12 hours a day for 6 days a week, there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to do the same thing trying to learn calculus 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Will it be less engaging? I guess it depends on how your brain is wired and what kind of connections you got. But
you have that power within you already.
You have the power within you.
You've proven that you can do it.
If you can do one thing one way, there's absolutely nothing stopping you theoretically from doing anything else at the exact same level of effort. So try your best, I think a good motivational quote, well, it's not even really a motivational quote, it's just good advice. If you're somewhere where you don't want to be and you're doing something, just give full effort, and I guess there's a little bit of nuance required there because, like, if you're at a job site or something, let's say you're working construction and you're working 3 times harder than everybody else and you're getting paid the same, maybe act in accordance. It really depends on what you're searching to do, like how you're being compensated. But when you give full effort, like let's say you're sitting in school and you're required to be at school for 4 hours and you have like a 2-hour break in between your classes. Realistically, if you know you're going to have work to do at a later date, you may as well just do work in those 2 hours because you're going to have to do it no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And you're just going to end up on TikTok,
Yep.
frying your brain.
Or, watching YouTube or like scrolling through Reddit or something that is not related to your
Success.
your responsibilities. So, know how to be active, know how to be present, know how to make your time worth it, because
It's limited.
I know I see my screen time on my phone sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, like it's kind of crazy. So, and it's just active. It builds up. If you check TikTok 20 times a day, at like, let's say you're on there for 2 minutes every time, that's 40 minutes that you spent on TikTok. And realistically, that's like what, 3 videos or something. It depends. I guess TikTok could be like 15 seconds. But don't waste your time, man. Be useful.
Be present.
Be present. Try to do things that make you happy and push you forward. Watching TikTok isn't really going to
Doesn't do anything
for you.
Because at some point in your life, and it might be right now, you are going to be fighting for time. If you're going to get to the point where you're like, if I just had an hour a day, guess what? While you're like, oh man, I'm bored, what am I going to do? Oh, I'll just go on my phone. You have all that time right now, so keep that in mind. Keep your long-term goals in mind, because that's something that you're going to be working on for the rest of your life. So work on it now while you have the time.
And try not to work on doing stuff until you have like 3 hours of free time, because realistically, as responsibilities pile up, it might be kids, family, job responsibilities, hobbies, whatever, as your life goes on, you're probably going to get more busy. Unless you're like a collegiate athlete and you're taking 15 classes or something. But don't wait till you have 3 hours of free time to do homework, because if you have like 45 minutes in between classes, or like, unless it's like a drive home from work that you have to be 30 minutes like very dialed in on what you're doing. Driving is something you should put full attention into. But if you're at your house and you have like 40 minutes before you have to leave for something, if you have something pressing that needs to be done, you may as well just get it started at least.
Mm-hmm. Or at least write up a game plan. Write it down.
Yes.
Be like, okay, maybe I don't have anything that I can even like really get started right now, but you can draw up that game plan. Be like, okay, I need to do this by then, so I need to blah, 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 blah. That's what I do at work. If I'm like on break, I'll have a piece of paper and I'm like, okay, my plans are to do this. So in order to do this, I need to do this by here. So that means I have to do this by this. And then by the time break's over, I'm like, I know exactly what I got to do.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not even planning out work stuff. Maybe that's planning out personal stuff. But either way, I'm using my time. And I'm like, okay, on break, what am I going to do? Sometimes I'm just like on my phone, which is stupid. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I'll just, plan stuff while I'm doing that.
Yeah. And I think we've talked about this before. Like, here's the thing, guys. It's not super self-destructive to take time for yourself, like in moderation.
And if it's in a rehabilitative context, taking time for yourself does not mean rot in bed and watch TikTok.
Yeah,
that means like take an Epsom salt bath.
Yeah, you shouldn't wake up like and immediately watch. Like, let's say you wake up on a Saturday and you have no real pressing obligations. Don't sit in your bed from 8 till 10 a.m. watching TikTok or YouTube. Get up and at least, even if it's something that is completely useless to you, like if you were to wake up and watch TV, it's probably better to get up, walk to your couch, maybe make some breakfast and eat, and watch TV
In a different room.
than just sitting in the same position you've been for, however long you sleep. It could be 4 to 8 hours, whatever long you sleep. But you're at least moving. You're kind of forcing your body to wake up a little bit. Muscles are activating that haven't been. So don't stay stagnant, man. Motion is good. Motion is good to keep, and it's good to stay in motion. And like my point earlier, like if you want to sit and play video games for, several hours, it's probably fine, but maybe try to find ways to segment it. Like get up and do some push-ups.
Every time you die, I do 10 push-ups.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a punishment, but like staying like you don't want to be, even just scientifically, you don't want to be watching a screen for hours. It's terrible for your health. So maybe not terrible, but over time it can be detrimental to your eyesight and certain stuff like that. So you're able to have fun, you're able to kick back, but don't do that if you have obligations to something else. Like if you have homework due the night of Saturday and you're playing video games or doing stuff
Before even having started on it.
before having even started. I mean, it's a little bit greedy just because you have you might be obligated to yourself, you might be obligated to your family, you might be obligated to whatever. Either way, you have obligations and responsibilities that need to get done. It's probably best to just get them out of the way, or at least get them started for sure.
My rule is no phone before thanking God for the day.
That's right.
Wake up, turn off that alarm, thank you, God, for the opportunity to have
a good
this
idea.
day. And then, boom, then I can be like, text people, oh, good morning. I text Xavier a picture of me in bed with my feet up. I'm
Yep.
like, hey.
Right after thanking God,
Right
baby.
after thanking God for the opportunity for the day.
Because that is a great opportunity. No.
It's a great opportunity to send Xavier pictures of my
Yes.
feet.
Yes. XavierContact@gmail. No. No, but
We should get business emails.
business
Eli
emails.
at oneman2balls.com.
Oh my God, that'd be great, man.
Xavier
business
motivational
cards.
quote.
Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know if you've talked about this one before, and if you did, I can try to find another one. But it's Sam Keen, and it's
Yeah, you've
yes,
been reading that?
yes,
You've
sir.
been reading that. Let's go. Fire in the belly. Shouts
Yeah,
out.
yes, sir. So I think I just hope you haven't talked about it. So it's like 2 points, and it's the first question is where am I going, and the second question is who am I bringing with me.
Yes, I have not talked about it.
So they say that you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with most. So we've talked about it a little bit. Where am I going, or where do I want to be? So have a goal in mind for anything that you do. If you are studying for a math test, you're hoping to get a good grade on that test so you get a good GPA, yada, yada, yada. But let's say long term, you have a goal for your life. I think you should set benchmarks and goals on how to get there, logical steps on how to get there. And who are you bringing with you? If you have, a big goal in mind, and you say you want to be a CEO of a company one day, and you want to do this with like 4 of your friends, or whatever, whatever you consume, when you're around people and like people are like talking to you. I saw something on TikTok just like yesterday or something. This is where TikTok can be useful, is hearing like people's lived experience. So this guy was talking about, every time you interact with somebody, what are you getting and what are you giving? And if you're hanging around people that are just taking a bunch of effort from you, like you're really having to spend a lot of like effort to try to converse, act out your decisions, and they're actively taking from you and not giving back. There's no reciprocation. There's no reciprocal connection there. Reciprocity, if you want to say that. But it has to be equal, or there has to be a shared gain. So don't pour out all of your knowledge and all of your experience and all of your goodness to people who aren't going to give it back or use it to build themselves and yourself up. So put yourself around the right people. have a goal in mind, like we've said, and just think about what you want to do, because you might, like Eli said, you might reach a point one day where you're scraping for an hour a day to try to do something. It might not even be a leisure time. You might be scraping for an hour a day because you want to start your business. You want to scrape for an hour a day to make job applications to make your life better. So set goals, and make sure you reach them, because if you set goals and you don't hit your benchmarks, you don't have a goal. You have a dream. You have a hopeful idea.
Yeah, that's like people who are like, I want to start my own business,
Yeah.
and then they just sit there, and it's like, that's like, this is a quote from Sam Hyde. He's like, that's like saying, I want to have sex, and then doing nothing. And he's like, you can't hump the air, dude.
Yeah.
You can't hump the air. So if you have a goal, you got to act on it more than just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because you can't think your way out of a situation. It's really hard to think your way into a situation. You have to actually move and be active in your goals.
And I won't dwell too much on it. We can dig into this deeper at a later date. But just think about this. I forget exactly what I was reading about when I read something like this, but I heard somebody say something to the effect of it, and it interested me. So it's like, I think it was something about, how people have like things that they're good at and that they're great at, but you know what it was? It was Clifton's Strengths Finder test, and it talked about how people have core weaknesses, like stuff that if you have a weakness, you cannot ever turn that weakness into a strength, and it sounds weird, but certain people just have certain stuff. There are different types of intelligence. There are different types of strengths that people have. And a way that I heard somebody talk about it recently was, you might be talking to somebody that they tell you, I want to be a professional. I want to go to the MLB one day. And you say back to them, this person, their tendencies, how they move in life, and you're like, bro, you got one arm, like it's just stuff like that. Where like I think the example he used was like sales. Like some people have the charisma for sales. Some people have that ability to close the deal. Some people have that ability to cold call people and say, make that connection. Sell people the pen. So don't look to turn your weaknesses into strengths. Instead, try to elevate your strengths and force them to work through your weaknesses. And also identify your weaknesses. A really good way to do this is to ask people, have your friends audit you. And I don't do this much. It's just because I kind of learned it this past year. But have people you care about audit you. Tell them, say, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And if you have 5-10 people that you care about tell you, okay, how do I communicate? How do I follow through on decisions? How do I do this? You're going to identify your weaknesses and your strengths pretty quickly, and it'll allow you to build and develop.
And since this is an MMA show, guys, who does this better than fighters and coaches when they're going up against an opponent? And this is all one grand metaphor. You're going up against the problem in life. They know their strengths, and they know their opponent's strengths, and they create a game plan to go against it. If you go against a wrestler, you're going to be like, all right, you're not very good at wrestling, so we're going to try to defend the takedown, and we're not going to let them get in close. It's the same thing. Just because they have fundamental weaknesses in their game doesn't make them a bad fighter. What makes them a great fighter is being able to have the weaknesses and still win.
Yeah. But
regardless.
Yeah. But so on what I was talking about earlier, it's a book and a test from Don Clifton. It's called the Gallup Strengths Finder test. I don't know if it has to be through Gallup. I just know that I think that's an institution that does it. But it's a psychological test that is based off of 30. It's like a psychology. It's like a human psychology thing where there's 34 core strengths, and you take this 200 question test or whatever, and it gives you your top 5. And I was kind of questionable about it when I first took it, but we have to take it. We had to take it for, the institution I work for, and you're able to see other people's results, and you can look at people's top 5 strengths, and like I can match it up to people one for one. Like, okay, yeah, like this is your number 1 strength. That matches 100%. Like my top 5 are command, focus, belief, relator, and futuristic. And so you can
I have to take this. This is interesting.
yeah, it's really cool. I don't know if I'm sure it's probably paid. I don't really know the full details of it, but yeah, it's called the Clifton Strengths Finder test. So if you guys are able to take this at any point, or a Clifton Strengths Finder assessment, I think it's really accurate. There's a full book for it. It's like a red cover book with like Don Clifton's face on it. Yeah, Gallup.com. Look up the book on Google. It's like a red book with his face on it. But the book has like what all the strengths mean. Right there. I would highly recommend it. StrengthsFinder 2.0. I think the book actually comes with the assessment in the back. It's like a web exam, but I would highly recommend it. It's very interesting, the results of it, and I've kind of started to act upon these things, and like pretty much it's like all of them are super important, but like you have your number 1, which is like probably the most relevant. Like mine would be command, so you can look into that if you'd like, but it's pretty cool. So just look into that. I know Eli's told me about certain like personality tests that he's taken. I know one was referenced for the Tinder. It was like a 4-letter.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that one was.
I forget exactly what it's called.
But he said that one was good.
Myers-Briggs test.
Myers-Briggs test. So take that one too. See what you like. But it's super valuable to know what your strengths and weaknesses are, because then you can fully mold your decisions around that.
But guys, we'll end it on that. It's
Are
been
we
an
gonna-
excellent episode.
Are we gonna do predictions, or was that kind of tied into the Tinder terrorism? We kind of forgot to do the fighter predictions. We could still technically do it. I don't really care. We could.
We'll hit them next time.
We'll hit them next time.
We'll hit them next time, guys.
Cool.
It's been real. It's gonna stay real. Good luck.
See you guys.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?